testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me okay? Okay, it's 2:32, so we're going to get this party started here. So good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for being here today. We are so excited to kick off the inaugural season of professional soccer here in El Paso. And so we have a surprise to show you later, and we can't wait to show it to you. But I'd like to welcome some special guests that are here with us today. I'd like to recognize Alicia Ward from the Chamber, if she'll stand, please. Also want to introduce Andrew Forrest, who is with us today. He is the General Manager. Can you stand, Andrew? The Head Coach, Mark Lowry. He is not here. Okay. Daniel Novato. He's a player. Stand up, Daniel, so we can see you. Remember this face, because he's going to be kicking a lot of balls. Calvin Resendez, also a player. Stand up, Calvin. And then Director of Corporate Partnerships and Suites, Becky Lee. Stand up, Becky. And I don't know if we have the Corporate Partnership Activation Specialist here, Julian Marquez. He's way back in the back, hiding from us. You know what, we're also thrilled that we have boards of directors here with us today, and without their support, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing here. So I want to introduce to you Grace Vaughn, please. Grace can stand up, and Armando Limares as well. So we owe them a big thanks for allowing us to support something that's so important to this community. So I also want to introduce the management team here. For those that are here, Alex Rascon. Where are you, Alex? There he is. Danny Vasquez. Hazel Kennedy, Darlene Palmore, Fernando Ortega, there he is, sneaking in the back, Letty Ramos, and then we also have Molly Daniels. So some of them are with us here today. But thank you so much for being here. We are so excited to be and thrilled to be on board the locomotive train. Are you? Yes, we're all excited about it. And we are excited that we are the official credit union of the locomotive team. So having a professional soccer team here in El Paso, it's going to boost this community, it's going to create a lot of family fun, and it's going to be good for the economy, and it's also going to be great for this entire borderland region. So as you know, GECU I think is pretty famous for wanting to focus on community and fun for families, and through the sponsorship we believe that we're going to be able to bring even more family fun to the El Paso community and to the Borderplex region. So we're excited also that we have an official jersey that we're going to share with you today during the games. To further support our team, our employees will be wearing an exclusively designed jersey featuring the locomotive team. So you can check them out in the branches very soon. You'll see them all wearing those with the GEC logo on them as well. And we especially designed that for the employees. So this team is bringing our community together to enjoy the sport in El Paso. We can't wait for the first game to kick off next week, already next week. So I'd like to invite our General Manager, Andrew Forrest, up to speak.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me and for having the locomotive team here today to be a part of this special ceremony. Just a few notes here that I put together. That GECU is a leader in El Paso. It is an institution that truly understands the community that it lives and works in. Working hard for the community is an attribute that both GECU and El Paso Locomotive share and strive to be leaders in. GECU embodies everything we look for in a partner. Easy to work with, commitment to excellence, and above all else, integrity. We're ready to unveil an awesome surprise, but before we do that, I'd like to invite Daniel to come up here and help, and then Calvin to come over here and help. And now we're going to unveil the reason we're all here today, the special surprise. Before you is the exclusive locomotive debit card presented by GECU. This is going to create excitement all over town, and I cannot wait to see our community and fans using these in the grocery store, at your favorite restaurant and bars. This is going to be, just like the Chihuahuas card, this is going to be an awesome part of our community, and again, we really thank GECU for your partnership and commitment. Thank you.
So Andrew was just telling me that he'll observe that somebody in front of him has the Chihuahuas card. Do you think we're going to have a locomotive card out there? Yes, we are. So we're really excited about that. It's a sleek, bold look, as you can see, and it's the members' newest debit card design. And it's actually available today after 3 p.m. for $5. So it's very, very inexpensive. And if you can make it to one of the branches, if you can't make it to one of the branches, you can order the card online. Interested community members can join the GECU family of 386,000 members to get their hands on the locomotive card today. Who's going to get a card? Everybody. Okay. So it has real kick, so you have to work with me on this. The debit card has kick. You work with me. It works with your checking account. It works with the mobile and online account access, bill payment, statements, and more. And it also can be added to your mobile wallet. So you want to be sure and get that in your mobile wallet for those of you that are using the wallet today. And if you haven't, we can surely tell you how to use that. 32,000 surcharge ATMs available out there. So there's no reason that you should ever pay a fee. So with that, I think we're going to move over to the table and we're going to do some question and answer. Are you all ready for question and answer? All right, shall we? Okay. I'm not sure who's going to sit there, but somebody's going to sit there. Andrew, you're up. You're up, Andrew.
I'm asking myself a question. Will I be able to pick up a card at one of the branches right now?
Yes, the new card is available after 3.
I should have been listening. I think I did hear you say that. Can members replace an existing debit card with the new one, or do they have to open a new checking account?
You know what? $5. You can keep the same card number to get the new design.
Awesome. And can anyone use the ATMs at Southwest University Park, home of both the Chihuahuas and Locomotive?
Yes, all of the ATMs there, there's 4 of them, are all surcharge free. So you're going to be able to have those at your convenience. To buy what? To buy shirts and other stuff,
food,
right?
Whatever you want, we'll have it. And I think I know the answer to this one, but are there any other credit unions or banks sponsoring El Paso Locomotive?
Just GECU. Yay, GECU. Thank you, board members.
And why is GCU? Why did you find it important to sponsor a partner with us at El Paso Locomotive?
Well, the professional soccer team is really, really important. And I mentioned earlier the family fun and just getting people together. That's what we're all about. And you see that on the Chihuahua side, you see it other places. So we just feel like it's another opportunity for us to give back to El Paso and thank people for what they do for us. So we hope you'll get out there and enjoy it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Will GECU members receive locomotive ticket savings?
The locomotive is giving us the opportunity to create that family-oriented fun. So look for opportunities to win. If you go to the locomotive website, ElPasoLocomotiveFC.com, right?
Yep.
You may see some opportunities there, so you need to stalk that website, okay, and watch for things.
Absolutely. And then will GECU employees be wearing the jersey, and where will they be wearing this jersey?
We'll be wearing it to work and in the community. So everywhere we go, we're going to be sort of a billboard, walking billboard about the locomotive, just like we are with the Chihuahuas. So we look forward to that. It's going to generate a lot of conversation, a lot of excitement. So we know that, and we're going to have a lot of people that are going to get these cards. So I was just telling them earlier, there'll be people out there everywhere with these locomotive cards and telling the story.
Absolutely. And sorry, Becky, no, you cannot wear your jersey to work. Only GECU employees.
And any questions? Do you all have questions in the audience for us, or for Andrew? We have a question right here.
The first game is March 9th at 7:30, and that is a home game here. We have very limited tickets left. We're doing very well. The community's responded in an unbelievable way. So there are still a few tickets available online, but we also have plenty of good seats available for our games starting March 23rd, which is our second home game.
Great. And I did ask him a question because I don't know how long a soccer game takes. So you want to explain that?
Yeah, 90 minutes. You've got 2 45-minute halves, no timeouts, constantly running clock. When the ball goes out, the clock doesn't stop. So it's a fast game, and I can tell you, I can promise you, because I've seen it. If you watch Calvin and Daniel run, it is a very fast game. These are very fast and very fit boys on our team, and we're looking forward to showcasing that on March 9th for everybody in the community.
Okay. What other questions do you all have out there? Any other burning questions for us? We're happy to answer. Okay, yes ma'am.
What's the season for soccer versus baseball? How's that?
So they actually run congruently. It's a great question. We start a little bit earlier and go a little bit longer. We're about an 8.5 month long season, starting March 9th, and I believe October 19th is our last regular season game. And again, I'll speak for Daniel and Calvin when I say we hope to be continuing to play well into the playoffs. So through October and possibly into November.
Great. So Andrew, you told me that there's been some changes to the field and the infrastructure there. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we have, and I know our grounds crew is very, very happy for this. We have installed only the third ever in the world retractable baseball mound. So I'm assuming everyone here's been a Chihuahuas game at some point or a baseball game. The mound isn't conducive to soccer play because it's raised. So we've got technology that will bring the mound down electronically, or I guess. In 9 minutes and 47 seconds, so that it's completely underneath the playing surface, which will then cover with real grass, and so that the playing surface is smooth and flat. And so hopefully you'll be able to tell from the stands that it's a different color, but for them on the field, it will play exactly perfectly, that they'll never be caught in a divot or a rut or a seam, so that it's safe for the players. But that is a major revelation, not just for us, but for the entire, for any soccer team that shares with the baseball team in the entire world. And we're the third ones to have it, so it's a great piece of technology for El Paso.
So, okay, got a question for you, because we all are Chihuahuas fans today, and certainly we're going to be Locomotives fans. But how will the grass look after these guys over here are running around and kicking balls? Is it going to be stand up to that?
Yeah, luckily we have the back-to-back Pacific Coast League groundskeeper of the year in Travis Howard, who is by far the best groundskeeper that I've ever seen in the 6 or 7 teams that I've worked with. He is never satisfied. He's meticulous, and I can guarantee it. And I'm Brad Taylor, our vice president of the Chihuahuas, would be happy to hear this, that I know in a conversion he will have that field ready for baseball. But these guys do, they're working. And when you guys come to a game, you'll see up close, these guys are working their rear ends off for 90 minutes, and they do tear the grass up, but we know that Travis will have it back perfectly for baseball.
That's wonderful. So are we ready for this? Yeah. Are we going to go to a game? Okay, I think you guaranteed me 3 games is all it takes, and you're hooked.
Up to 3. I think 1.
Up to 3. Okay, but maybe 1. So, but anyway, we really appreciate your being here today, Andrew. This is great, and to bring these gentlemen with you was even a bigger pleasure. And we also are just in love with the idea that we have a way to promote what you're doing to really, give an experience to the community that they deserve.
Absolutely, and GECU as a premier partner is part of the reason that we're able to do this. And just a reminder, I think everybody here knows, but if the Calvin and Daniel will put their right shoulder forward, you'll see memorialized on the sleeve the GECU logo, which will be on every jersey, both home and away, as well as representative. So this will truly be a walking piece of El Paso history for the long future.
Okay. So these gentlemen, we're going to see them from afar because we're going to be up in the stands. I'm wondering if anybody might like to have a picture of these 2 handsome gentlemen that are going to be out there on the soccer field. Anybody here? I
know there's got to be a few ladies that might be interested.
Okay, I think we're done with question and answer unless there's something else. If not, oh, we have another one.
What are you most excited about this inaugural season?
It's a great question. My initial reaction is I want to win, but I think having done this a couple times in different communities, I think the joy on the fans' faces will be what I'm looking forward most to. Not just for the first game, but throughout the season, because this is a level of soccer that El Paso has not ever had before. I know you've had soccer in the past, and I know there's high-level soccer just right across the bridge here in Juarez, but I can promise you, you have never seen soccer at this level. You have never seen what these guys are capable of and with the levels that they're at. Daniel's played in Brazil. Calvin's played on other USL teams. This is high level stuff here, and I can say that till I'm blue in the face, and I have for the last 8 months. But until you see it, and when you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, those guys are pretty good. So I really am excited about the joy that the families will have, and the patrons and the kids when they see us take the field and be proud, just like they're Chihuahua's proud when they go to the airport and they go to different markets and they wear their gear and they wear it around town, they wear it to other markets. That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to be on a plane going wherever, going home, and I want to be able to see Locomotive hats and T-shirts just like I do Chihuahuas when I travel. So that's to me, I think would be next to winning will be two of the greatest things that could happen this year.
So Andrew, you mentioned Brazil. Okay, so where are these players from in the recruiting process?
Absolutely. So we've, Mark took both a micro and a macro view to this. We've got some unbelievable players, United States-based players like Calvin. But then we've also got guys from literally all over the world. Daniel is from Brazil. We've got an Argentinian player. We've got an English player, an Irish player, a Scottish player. So we've got the United Kingdom pretty well represented. We've got a Belgian player, two Mexican players, both on loan. One on loan from Chivas, which I think everybody here has probably heard of, and one from Toluca. These are young, exciting, fast players that in a couple years could very well be playing for that first team. So this is kind of a sneak peek at these guys before they get famous.
Do you have any El Paso ones on there?
We absolutely do. We have 3 El Pasoans. We've got our yes. And that's something that El Paso should be very proud of. These guys aren't just here because it's a good story. They're here because they can play. You've got our first ever player announcement was Omar Salgado, who we know was the #1 draft pick in MLS about 6 years ago, has played in MLS and Liga MX with Tigres. But we've also got a very different story. A local player named Luis Herrera, his nickname is Chapa, and he's from here. He did not play in college. He did not play on a high, big-time club team. He's just a guy that grew up playing. Mark identified him at a tournament this summer and brought him to tryouts, and he's made it on his own merit. So this is an unbelievable story, not too different than if you're familiar with the Invincible story of the guy from the Philadelphia Eagles. That he's more than just a walk-on tryout guy, but he was identified here, and we didn't know who he was. And then our last announcement, fittingly enough, was Guillermo or Memo Diaz, who is also a local player who has played professionally for Laredo Heat, but also went to UNLV in Las Vegas, and took a junior college path. So he took a circuitous path to success as well. But those are 3 guys that can and will play this year. They are very good players.
That's exciting. That's exciting that our community we've drawn from our own community.
Absolutely,
as well.
and we are 100% convinced there are more. It's just we've got to find them. We've got to see them.
There's probably some in here, I think. Any other questions for Andrew? Well, thank you all so much for being here. Oh, we got one more. Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're going to be playing. We're in the Western Conference, so we play teams that range. We've got 3 other Texas teams in Austin, San Antonio, and the Rio Grande Valley. I think in McAllen. We've got some regional teams like Albuquerque's got a first-year team this year. Phoenix has a team who made the finals last year. Other teams like Vegas, Reno, Sacramento, Los Angeles, Portland, Seattle, and a few others certainly. And the schedule is absolutely 100% up and online. EPLocomotivefC.com. The full schedule's there, home and away. But yeah, we've 17 home games, 17 away games, and then look to go into the playoffs. And we'd love to make a final. Won't guarantee that certainly, but we're working hard, and we're going to have a good season. This is a very good team already.
Great questions. Anything else? Well, thank you, Andrew.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. So, you can raise your hand for the pictures. Don't let them go. All right? Don't let them go.
Thank you again.
Yeah.